What's up everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're an indie artist looking for an album review and some promo, you can hit up Luke at redmattersite.com. But what I have for you guys today is my review for Ludacris's first full-length studio album in 5 years, Ludaversal. Ludacris also released a 6-track EP back in December 2014 called Burning Bridges, and I thought that was really good and also slept on quite a bit. All of the tracks from that EP, excluding the intro, are featured on this album. And if you want to know what I think about all those tracks, just check out my full-length Burning Bridges EP review. But in a nutshell, I thought all 5 of those songs were really good, and In My Life, featuring John Legend, is a personal favorite. Now it quickly becomes apparent on this album that Luda still has it, because he absolutely rips the intro track to shreds. Especially on the second half of the second verse, where he just annihilates it with some really crazy rapid-fire flows. And his bars are matched perfectly by the David Banner production, which really reminds me of something that Ritz would rap on because of the bass and guitars. If you're a big fan of Ritz like I am, you'll know exactly what I mean as soon as you hear this beat. And while Luda shows some growth and maturity on this album and gets into some personal content, he also maintains his fun and funny style. Get Lit is an alcohol-induced bass-heavy anthem that will definitely do some damage in the clubs. And it has that classic party time Ludacris vibe to it, so I'm sure we'll get an over-the-top hilarious video for it soon. And humor-wise, we get a lot of funny bars from Ludacris on this album, like on Lyrical Healing, where he spits that he hopes his competition dives into an alligator pit, and that he'll make them all quit rapping and start working at a hot dog stand. For just a couple of examples. As for the personal content that I brought up earlier, Ocean Skies features Monica, and this one is all about Ludacris's father, who died back in 2007 and suffered from diabetes and also alcohol addiction. Monica's voice is on point as always, and this is a really nice personal track from Ludacris that I think some people will be able to relate to. And the song Grass is Greener is very relatable as well, because it's all about how sometimes we make decisions, and then later on, we wonder if we made the right decision, because like the old saying says, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. On this track, Ludacris raps about trying to balance his rapping with his acting, trying to settle down and stop messing with hoes, and more. And as someone who has finally settled down and started a family of his own, I can relate to this track. Because sometimes I miss when I used to be wilding up in the club and just getting into all that dumb shit. But deep down, I know that stage has passed and I would never go back to that shit. And if I did, my wife would kick my ass. And all of this relatability that I'm talking about is part of why I like this album so much, because it's very balanced and Ludacris is versatile. This album has some fun party tracks, relatable content, and even some aggressive bangers, like the trap-influenced single You Bluff, where Luda boasts about selling over 20 million records worldwide, and tells rappers that they better be able to back up all the shit that they said on record when they see him in person. It's just one of those trunk-slapping tracks. Then, on Beast Mode, Ludacris drops a 3-minute verse over some great production to show that he still has bars on top of bars on top of bars. And I can't lie, it made me laugh when he said that he leaves rappers confused like will.i.am's barber, that he always keeps an eye half open like Forrest Whitaker, and that y'all niggas just bitches with dicks like Shanae. And Shanae is a popular character from the Martin sitcom, which if you're not familiar with that, you should get familiar with that. I've also got to mention the great boom bap production from Illmind on the song Charge It to the Rap Game, which is a song where Ludacris spits about all of his experiences in the rap game and also shares some of his knowledge and wisdom. And then there's the funky and pimptastic Come and See Me interlude, which eases its way into the Mike Will Made It produced track Come and See Me. Come and See Me is a track for the car fanatics where Ludacris and Big K.R.I.T rap back and forth on the verses. And they sound pretty damn good doing it. And even David Guetta brought a groovy sound on Not Long, which features some great vocals from Usher. But one of my favorite beats on here is the work that Just Blaze put in on This Has Been My World. This is the last song on the Standard Edition, and it's the perfect way to wrap things up, as Ludacris states that this has been his world, and then goes on to talk about how he came up in the game, how hard he's worked, and how he travels the world and enjoys his success. So I gotta admit it, this album really exceeded my expectations. Like I said at the start of the review, I really liked that Burning Bridges EP, but I was still a little bit skeptical about what Ludacris' first full-length studio album in 5 years would sound like. He definitely came through with this one though, and if you're a Ludacris fan, I can't see you not enjoying this. It knocks in the car, the production and features are legit, and Ludacris undoubtedly still has bars. So I give this a 4 out of 5. But that's just what I thought about Ludacris' new album, Ludaversal. Hit me up in the comment sections and let me know what you think. And as usual, do all that other good YouTube and social media stuff where you like my videos, you share them, you follow me on Twitter, you retweet the videos, and you especially subscribe to my channel. That's the one that helps me out the most. I'll see you guys next time.